And that will do it. Madtown will come out with the victory 11-6. We're going to have another mixed match after this.
Welcome back to our final game of tonight. The Madtowners are up 5-0. In terms of games won, the Derriere Dinkers trying to get back on the board. Trying to get on the board at all, I should say. Trying to get one win here. It'll be Dennis and Lauren against Casey and Lucas. I did not know this. Lucas is he an ambassador for our THC drink, or?
Yeah. So he owns a company. He's a founder. Of Loner Cannabis. So it's a THC distiller in Madison. I think they're not just in Madison. They're in Minnesota as well.
Well, he dropped off a case of. He brought like a case of.
Yeah.
Out here.
I saw it. I was like, I ain't touching that.
Yeah, I'm not touching that either.
Not because I wouldn't like it, but it's just, imagine, drinking one of those while I'm commentating. Come on, can't do that.
Yeah.
I think those are advantageous for like before you go to bed.
Really?
Just to help you sleep.
Huh.
The utility of it, I think that's the best, way to, use that. But
Paul walking across the court with his cooler.
He's Yeti cooler, yeah, for real?
He's done for the night, so he's
done. Yeah, I get it.
He wants a drink. Yeah, you're good. He wants to have a drink.
Yeah, Paul, I get it.
We like to say, the saying is, win or lose, we're still gonna booze.
We're still gonna booze.
It looks like maybe a well-needed drink.
That is very true. That's very Wisconsin of us to say that. You know what? We're gonna embrace that. That's what we are. Drop, volley, Lucas. That was nasty. Lucas, I do the same thing to Lauren when I play against her. I like to drop volley on her. Then she yells at me.
I'm old Luke, so I get drop volleyed a lot.
Yeah. I got drop volleyed 2 Mondays ago, and I hurt my hip. So, that's my
nice counter.
This is 30.
Nice combo there by Casey. Look at this. Good speed up. Ready for the counter. Yeah, I mean, I'm pushing 40, so I don't need to hear that, all right?
You know what? I'm getting there too. I'm 33. So. Okay, Lucas. Okay. He was, at 1 second he was dancing like a ballerina, and then he just kind of just used his long arms and poked. And wins the point. The heck. Lauren trying to go behind Lucas. Good idea. Good idea. Ooh.
Again, Lucas.
Lucas. What are you doing? Chill. Man. Yeah, Madison, they find themselves up 4-5.
But speaking of age, Dennis is 69 years old.
Really?
I hope I'm moving.
I honestly thought he was younger.
Well, most people think he's Brett Favre. You know how many people that came in here like, you look like Brett Favre? So,
really?
Yep.
That is so cool. He's hanging in there like, you know, he might be older than, and he might be the oldest guy on the court, but he's hanging in there.
Yeah. Just it is kind of amazing, some of the seniors and people in their late 50s, 60s, and how well they're still moving. And I think that's why the sport is so great. Like they say, if you don't move it, you lose it. So
for sure, absolutely.
It's a great.
Yep.
It's a great sport for older.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
Great angle there by Lucas.
Yeah, there's just a ton of advantages to, you know, being able to, you know, not just play pickleball, but just to be available, you know, for yourselves whenever you're thinking about health, you know, and people find in pickleball and they have fun with it. So.
Good dink there by Lauren, right behind Casey. Good there by. Ooh,
nice
Lauren.
job, Dennis.
Dennis again, just a little bit out. 8-0 lead here in our last game of the match. Dominant performance by the Mad Towners. The teams from Madison, I think, are 0-2 on Monday Night Madness.
Really?
Yep. I think.
Yep. You know what? I think Michael Schneider and Haley, they're cheering in spirit.
Yeah, they lost in a 5-game thriller, and then when we had the UW, Lauren allowed on the post, just long.
Did you? Oh, so close. Challenge that. If you want to. Okay, cool, fine. Do you then? I'm just trying to create some excitement.
Well, we'll be able to tell it. We'll be able to tell here in a second.
Let's give it a second. We'll look at it.
It was probably.
You know, I'm gonna say that's off the back line, maybe.
It was long.
It was long. I'm just trying to have fun, guys. Whatever.
They're trying to avoid the pickle here, so.
Yeah.
Hey, we're on the board.
Sorry, I shouldn't have yelled. If that was too loud in the having the computer in your ears, I apologize. But I'm excited. Dairy Air Dinkers. They got point right there. Oh wow!
Lauren,
what the heck? Whoa!
Oh.
I just yelled again. Sorry, guys. I shouldn't do that. I'll stop yelling.
Lauren with the little 360. Casey with the put away.
No,
though.
Casey did what Hayden Patrickman did this weekend. A slice put away, whatever that was. I'm not sure if you saw it. It was probably a top 10 play.
Yeah.
Patrickman basically just jumped up high in the air and put it away.
Oh.
He inside outed it on an overhead. It was wild. But here we are. Nice drop.
Another point there for the Derriere Dinkers.
Hey, that's in the budget.
Well, at least one thing we can say about Lauren, she has shown that she can play a little bit of pickleball as well.
She can. Honestly, she can.
She's probably a 7-0 on the mic.
7-0 on the mic.
Duper rating.
Yep.
Probably.
Absolutely.
Well, she's currently a 4.6 on Duper, but
Hey,
reliability score is a little low, she says.
She says, you know, that's by her choice, you know. Yeah. She doesn't like playing tournaments. She's just like, she wants to play, you know, with who she wants to play with.
Yep.
She likes to have fun.
Game point here, and match point to end it. Just wide.
Just wide. He's gonna flick it right down that line. That'd have been impressive.
All right, again, hanging in there.
Derriere Dinkers. They're staying alive. I love the fight.
Good drop again by Lauren. Good pressure there by Lucas.
Yep. Yeah, if they're going to stand in the corner, go right at him. Good serve.
4-10 here on the 2.
Another. Okay, Dennis.
Good, Dennis.
You got it. You got it, dude. Yes.
Yes.
It's in the budget. It's in the budget.
Oh, see, like I say, everyone loves a good net, a little net roller over the net.
Yeah.
The crowd goes wild. They love it.
Yes. Dennis's profit and loss statement on the net cords are looking good right now. Looking good.
I think
you know Lucas is trying to he wants to play a little bit longer for whatever reason.
Kind of finesse that one a little bit.
Yeah. He's playing nicey, as John Gruden would say.
Dennis.
Dennis.
Probably an ill-advised speed up.
Ill-advised, to say the least. But you know what?
Well, Luke, how'd you like your first commentary?
Yeah, I loved it. I would do this again.
Well, we would love to have you.
Would you?
Sometime.
Really? Yeah, you know. I appreciate the opportunity, of course, and you know, if Bob wants to ref, Bob, if you're watching, if you want to ref again, I will come and commentate. But you know, if you need me to ref, I'll ref. I'm available.
Just a quick last story. This was not my first time ever commentating.
Okay, tell me more.
I was doing the indoor nationals for USA Pickleball. Nationals, a bigger tournament.
Okay.
The commentator did not show up. So they're like, hey, do you think you can do the broadcast and commentate? I was like, no.
Okay.
But why not?
Sure.
And it happened to be Ariel was playing in it, and she actually won. So I got to commentate.
Let's go.
And there's some clip out there, I guess, of me going crazy of her winning the tournament, but that was my experience. So
awesome. Where was that?
It was in Hoover, Alabama.
Hoover, Alabama.
Right next to the Birmingham Barons, where Michael Jordan played his AAA days or AA days or wherever it was.
So cool. I've only heard good things about Birmingham, Alabama.
Luke, you know what? Maybe we should just start doing like a live podcast here in this.
I would. I totally would. You know what? I would.
You know, how fun would that be?
Yeah, it would be fun. It'd be fun. You know, it kind of reminds me of like, I know that you guys have like a broadcast you guys want to like cut, but can we speak a little bit longer?
Yeah, I mean,
can we turn this into a pod?
Yeah, this is after hours.
Can we?
Yeah.
It'll extend it a little bit. It kind of reminds me of like how Redmire does it.
Yeah,
you know, he'll sit next to the court.
After hours.
We're recording a podcast right now. We're not kidding.
People need more podcasts.
You know, right?
Yeah, obviously.
You know what, Luke? You know what my honest idea was?
Yeah.
Like, that would be cool. Like, and I could probably pull it off because I have the court and like the broadcast capabilities.
Sure.
Is like a Pat McAfee show, but just for pickleball, but a daily show.
Yeah.
You know how he's got like the Thunderdome. It's like well, we got a pickleball court right behind us. Right?
Look at us.
A daily podcast or a daily this show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You guys have 8 people watching.
You know.
We have 8 people watching.
All you guys subscribe.
If you look at me, if you have not already subscribed, liked, and commented on this YouTube channel, do so now. Okay. I'm going to say it one time only. What do you got?
Subscribe?
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah.
Comment, like, subscribe.
Yeah, all those good things.
Come on.
But if you want to be on Monday Night Madness, you can always email info@FortifyPickleballClub.com, and you can give us your ideas on who you want to play. We can get you on there. This isn't just for any skill level. This is for all skill levels.
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
we kept saying, we want to, showcase as many people around here as we possibly can.
Yep.
And I mean, that's just kind of like what we're trying to do with this. In case anybody was wondering or would want to inquire about this, you can always email us, and we can be in touch.
Yep. Yeah, I had I think I might have mentioned it earlier. Lucas actually DM'd me on Instagram, and he was like, "Yeah, we should get some MLP-style stuff going." So I might entertain that. I probably will. I honestly would like to do that. So I know Madison people really want to do something like this, and so get like a Madison-Milwaukee kind of rivalry going. There's been a lot of it going on so far.
I guess. Do you have any ideas of different formats we could possibly do? We haven't done like a 3-person team event, which they've done before. I thought we tried. I think we did a team singles event, which was kind of out the spur just to try something.
Yep. I reffed that. That was awesome.
Yeah, but any ideas, Luke, of anything else we could do?
To be honest, no. I just haven't really put much brain power to it. I know the scrambles are fun. I know that tonight we were kind of squeezing in some matches, but I know at least the one that I participated in was super fun, and I think the MLP-Style is also a good format, because especially when you have an opportunity to play mixed, that gives an opportunity to show more talent than just like your average women's doubles and men's doubles. I think most people watch that for whatever reason, and there's a lot of good female talent, and I just think that if we can find ways to expand the reach, especially because it's not just Milwaukee and Madison. There's also people in Chicago, in Illinois that I think would be interested. So it's
Yeah, I mean, as we just watch them play some more pickleball here,
yeah,
they just can't. They can't get enough of it.
They can't stop.
But I mean, we can still we could still keep jabbering away.
Sure.
Not that anyone's probably listening anyways,
Yeah.
but hey, it's still fun.
Yeah. We just watched Lori just pull one from. Well, she was going to do an ATP, and then she just went middle. Like, I like watching Lori play. She's great.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah, man.
So you've been doing some coaching.
Yeah,
Some
I have.
lessons. What is like a number one issue you would say, or something that like a lot of amateurs kind of struggle with, that are looking to get better? Like what is something that you noticed, or like that a lot of amateurs like really need, like should be working at to get better, to take their game to the next level?
Without going on like a tangent, because I just happen to talk sometimes, and I just go on these paths of nothingness. So I think a really good thing for like beginners or beginner to intermediates to work on is the first 3 shots.
Yeah.
Like
Serve,
work on your
return.
serve, return, and your
Third shot.
whatever your third shot is. And I've had an opportunity to teach ground strokes, wherever I coach at, and I always teach or instruct them to warm up like a great drop serve. If you can do that with consistency and do it well, your ground strokes and your drives will be great. I think if you focus on your first 3 shots, personally I think that's where you should kind of just start. We don't need to like go outside of ourselves and like learn how to dink. Like obviously it just takes a lot of reps.
Yeah, I mean,
Like you just need reps.
okay,
sir.
let's say like let's do it by skill level. 3.5 to 4.0.
Yep.
What would you say is the barrier from someone trying to get from 3.5 to 4.0?
From 3.5 to 4.0. What's the barrier like to
Yeah,
get
like
above
let's
to
say
4.0?
I'm a 3.7 duper player, and I'm trying to get to the next step, 4.0. Like what do you see a lot of like the barriers are?
I think
players.
like I think it depends on the player, but obviously you just need to play a lot at that level. You just need to play rec. But once you reach 4.0, then let's dial in like our shots more. So there's not like a specific thing that I want people to work on. I just think people just need to play a lot and learn from their failures and mistakes. You know what another thing is? Even when I started doing this, it helped me a lot, was film yourself.
Yeah, that's
Like
good advice.
literally watch yourself play, and then if you so dare, watch the pros play.
Yeah.
There's a lot you can do to like figure out, okay, what are my patterns and what are their patterns look like. A huge one would be like, why is my swing so huge? I think I see that the most with like beginner to intermediate players, is like for whatever reason their strokes are just a lot bigger, and so it results into a little bit more errors.
So I'll give you my perspective on this a little bit. So what I find very interesting. So this is my first year giving lessons, and I've been lucky enough to so far give like over 300 individual lessons, not to all 300 different people, but 300 so far this year. And for me, when I first started playing, I was like a 2.5.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
A 2.5. Like I could barely get the ball back over. I have basic swing mechanics to serve and return.
Yeah.
Right? And I was very intrigued by it, and so I watched the pro match, and it was
Wait, what year did you play?
2016. So the first pro match, so first thing I found on YouTube, which there wasn't hardly anything on YouTube.
I was about to say,
There was
what are you watching?
There was only like a handful of Mark Renison who was giving teaching instruction, and there wasn't even that many. There was Pickleball Channel, which had some live matches, and one of them was the first year of the U.S. Open.
Okay.
And it was Dave Weinbach I watched the men's final. Dave
Yep.
Weinbach and Kyle Yates versus Wes Gabrielson and Daniel Moore. Which most of you guys that have been playing since everyone just started playing pickleball from 2003 have no idea who half these people are.
Sure.
Right? And I was just like, wow, why are they like slowing the ball down? And like, what is going on here? Like, why are they getting to the kitchen? Because when I started, I'm like, I would like to smack it like everybody else does. And I'm like, why can I not win points? Why are they just smoking it back at me? So instantly, I started to try to learn how to play soft. Instantly, right? Slow it down. And so when my philosophy here is like, we are going to start soft and we're going to work our way up to be dynamic. So like my biggest thing is for 3-5 to 4-0 is it's all consistency. It's consistency in small strokes. And being able to slow the ball down, and then it's also being able to handle pace. And
I so agree with that.
Because what happens is like we will work through hitting drops to the kitchen, but then that's not really realistic to what they're going and play against, right? So like we will work on third shot drop and working our way through transition. But they're not going to get this like nice balls that I hit in front of them during practice, and then they dink it back into the kitchen, get to kitchen line. I hit a good third shot, and it's going to get blasted at me. So what do I do to kind of neutralize that? And so like we work kind of a lot on that. But like if you're a 3-5 trying to get to 4-0, you would be surprised how much consistency will go a long way. A lot of people think, I need this huge two-handed backhand, or this huge, like, some kind of a weird, not weird, but some type of dynamic shot that's, going to win. When, if you just get the ball back over and don't do anything special, you will win a lot of points and you will win a lot of games.
I think you said it really well, and you said consistency, but I think in a lot of our day-to-day lives we try to find that. we try to perfect consistency. So it's unfortunately easier to say, but I think with consistency, when I say play a lot, the reason why I say play a lot is because you can find your strength. You see like what naturally you're good at, and then let's dial that in consistently. Because like that's a good point, because sometimes like if you come from tennis and you have a really big ground stroke, yes, you can win a lot of games at a 3-5 by just overpowering people, and that will get you to a 4-0 level, right? Because you're winning games, you can beat people by just overpowering them. But it gets to this weird point, and if we go now from 4-0 to 4-5, that if that's all you have and you don't have any more, and you don't have a well-rounded game, by the time you're trying to get to 4-5, everyone is starting to have really good hands. So now everyone can start handling pace. So when you can't just blast through people, like, now what? True.
And that's like the next evolution is like, okay, get to a 4-5, we can handle pace. And now we have to be able to dink. We have to be able to construct points. And we have to work on constructing points at the kitchen line.
So when you were first started playing, like your first year, like, and you were still figuring stuff out, like, what was your best skill when you were first started playing?
Yes. So I didn't have amazing ground strokes because I never came from tennis. So like I saw like all this third shot drops and everything, and I instantly started to play slow. So I kind of worked backwards from a lot of people. We're still talking a little bit. We're kind of
we just started a podcast. We're doing a pod.
No, we're just joking.
We're joking, but we're kind of riffing. But I will play later. So
like, I was not good at driving the ball. I was not good at being very dynamic, but I learned how to be very patient and very consistent in a soft game. And I learned to counter. See what?
Really?
Yes. And so like what I didn't realize at the time was that those other skills would come over time. But I would win a lot from just being very consistent. And that kind of just kept me going. And the thing that really sucked at the time was there was not hardly any information any information out there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, if I want to learn a shot now, I can just go on YouTube and there's just an influx. There's this
so many
a saturation of content, right?
Yeah, so much noise on the internet.
You want to learn how to backhand flick? You can go find the internet, right? And
in 60 seconds.
Yeah, in 60 seconds. And for me and I was moving up, like Zane Navratil and I would drill, like we were figuring this stuff out in real time.
Yeah.
Like the biggest thing is I like to tell, so like how for my backhand one-handed.
You want to scoot over?
My backhanded volley, one hand at the net. It's like, okay, my paddle and my backhand is naturally open, right?
Yeah.
So if I were just to swing like this, the ball would go flying. So I'm like,
all too familiar.
And so, know what they would tell me at the time?
Yeah.
Of the people who are playing?
Yeah.
Because I would hold it like nobody else was at the time. I was like a semi-Western, which you see,
really?
which is a common thing now,
Yeah.
right? But everyone's like, you gotta go continental.
Yeah.
You see that? You can't have a backhand if your face looks like this and it's open.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, if I hold it like that, I just could not hit a forehand.
Yeah.
It felt so awkward. Like how I hold my paddle, it's what felt naturally comfortable to me. And so then I had to figure out, well, how do you, and the biggest thing was, don't use your wrist. Don't use your wrist. So I had to figure out, and this is this common stuff now, like you close the paddle by using your wrist, by turning your wrist over and getting the face down and swinging.
Yeah.
One of the best people, if you ever want to go watch a one-handed counter, is Andre Dascu.
Yeah.
If you watch him, that's just like,
so good.
It's so beautiful, and it's just out, and it's just, it's a thing of beauty. But like, so like,
I agree.
It was an interesting time, and we were learning things as we went. And like you're saying this, and then I started, like you're saying, watching myself, and then I've been always blessed as somebody that can mimic things, not to like perfection, but like I could always see something and mimic it.
It's a testament to like the way you're able to be self-aware of your game and yourself.
Yeah.
So I did the same thing when I played baseball. Like I was like, there was one fall in college where it just happened that the Brewers it was in 2011, I think fall or 12, and the Brewers were in the playoffs and Niger Morgan was playing. T plush for those who follow Brewers baseball. He had a specific batting stance, and I mimicked it that fall, and it worked for me because I was like, oh, I see it. It looked comfortable, and I'm a big feel guy. So I was like, I'm going to do that, and it worked for me. So, there's a lot of good opportunities for people to be able to, take advantage of what you have at your disposal for free. You could watch the Hayden Patrick-Quinns, Federico Saxters, Ben Johns of this world play however many times you want. And I think when I first started playing, like I had a natural ability for athleticism, and like I played infield, so I was able to stay low, so I could dink and I could like stay in rallies a little bit longer when I first started playing to be more consistent and play points out longer, have longer rallies. I was able to drop as well, and I just was able to just stay low and just stay in my legs. Because that's how I focus on fielding ground ball. Hitting is stay in your legs. How's your footwork? So I kind of focus on that a little bit more when I first started playing, and it kind of helped out. And I polished it over time, but I just knew that if my feet feel good, if my legs are engaged, then I'll be okay.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, and that's it. So back to the 4 to 4-5. So it's not about how many shots you have in the tool bag. It's about, to me, it's when I was at that level, I was just trying to refine a few shots.
Yeah.
Because and even now, one of my biggest things, my teaching things, and my kind of my philosophy is I hit. When I'm hitting ball soft, so if I'm trying to dink it into the kitchen, if I'm my dinks, or as I move back in transition with my forehand or my backhand, I'm hitting it the same way. It's just a little bit different acceleration, but it all looks the same. So it's all, when we talk about consistency, nothing much is changing but acceleration.
Yeah.
And then my drives and my serves and my returns all look the same in terms of form. So I don't really hit that many different types of shots. it's all just intertwined.
Yeah.
And so I just see a lot of 4-0s just being like, well, I need to learn it. I have to learn a two-handed backhand.
Yeah.
When just like their normal way they've been dinking, it has been that it needs to be refined just a little bit more before we try to.
And that's so interesting you say that because there was Bob Foster. God bless.
Yes.
He's a great guy. He has a lot of insight, and I think he's gone
He
to
loves pickleball so much.
and he's done a lot of like the PPA camps, believe it or not. And he talked to Leah Johnson one time, and he was telling her that before every single tournament, she practices 2,000 drops.
2,000 drops.
Yeah.
A day?
I'm not sure, like
a week,
and like I don't know how in a session. Good job, Lauren. I don't know if it's like in a single day or throughout like a couple of days or a week, but it's like you again going back to my point of like you need reps. Like you need to be able to, take into account like first off the resources you have, and you're talking about what can I do to excel from 3.5 and 4.0 to reach at as high as level as I want to. Get a drilling partner.
Yep.
Like get someone who is dedicated as much as you to want to get better. And
and so that brings me back to the next point, right?
Yeah.
And what that you said. So when I first started playing, when I was a 2.5, like I would, instead of playing at our local rec session, because we had 6 courts.
Yeah.
But a lot of the 6 courts on the gym floor weren't being used, right? So there would always be 1 or 2 that were open. So like I was like, hey, you 3.5s, like let's go drill instead of play.
Sure.
You want to get better, because the 3.5s that were playing in our rec, they wanted to play tournaments and they wanted to get better too. So honestly, at that time I was probably drilling as much as I was playing.
Yeah.
And I was like a 3.0, and that accelerated.
Especially
me.
in 2016, you look like a weirdo just drilling like by yourself with No, I'm just kidding.
So it took me, I remember 1 month to win my first 3.5 tournament.
Oh, okay.
It took me 3.5 months to win my first 4.0 mixed and men's, and then it took me about, at the time, it took me about another 6 months. Whoa.
Chill.
Okay, Gabe.
Chill, Gabe.
It took me about a year and a half to get from, or probably a little bit, to win a 5.0 men's tournament.
Okay.
And so I was drilling a whole lot. And like you're saying, and I found, and this was before I started playing with Zane, and that's how I kind of hooked up with Zane.
Yeah.
And then once I started drilling with Zane on a regular basis, it like accelerated me very quickly. But still, like he had such an advantage over me coming from tennis, because he had such more refined strokes.
Sure.
And he's way more dynamic than I was. So my trajectory was just a lot slower.
Yeah, even I remember AB telling me like there are just some people who come from tennis and they're just pure ball strikers.
Yeah.
And I can totally understand that. Like when I'm watching some guys hit baseballs.
Yeah.
Not only does it look different, but it sounds different.
Yes.
Like when they're hitting it right.
Yes.
Like it's just an interesting aspect of how you're. You have a self-awareness of how people play and how they're going to be good.
Who are the 2 women sisters from? Just a little.
Cedarburg?
Yeah.
Chrissy Cruz.
Yes.
And Katie Pagel.
Yes. So they
Pagel.
played here once or twice, and I remember I didn't know who was hitting, but they're D1 players.
Yeah.
I think
Fully
maybe
aware.
Wisconsin. And
I played with them yesterday.
Yeah. And the way it sound off their paddle is way different than most of us. And I don't quite understand it.
When you watch him long enough, you play with him long enough, you know why. Like you understand. Like, I agree.
But that's what I love about pickleball is like. Bye, Dennis. You can have. That's what I love about tennis. Like, I'm so happy that the great experiment kind of happened.
Yeah.
Where you had like Jack Sock, and other high level Jeannie Bouchard, who's starting to come along a little bit more than Jack Sock, and what's his face tore his Achilles. Sam Querrey.
Yeah.
I remember Sam Querrey said, I remember he was on a Tyson McGuffin podcast, and he said, within 3 months, I'll be the world's #1 doubles player. And how'd that work out for him?
Nah.
And that's what I love about
homie.
tennis, right? I mean,
Also,
love about pickleball. It's like
Kwang
you
Dong.
can, yeah,
Kwang Dong, same thing.
yeah, you can have amazing tennis strokes, and this game is way more than just great strokes.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it. There's so many different facets, and this it's such a, that's what makes it so great.
There was one piece of advice you gave me, and we kind of were talking about it, and it was like, you have to let the ball bounce. Like, if you wanna win, like, if you really think about it, like, simply, if you have good drops, good fourths, like, especially in the fourths, like, I have a tendency of, like, I'll leave the ball up and people just put it away because I'm just trying to keep them back, but, like, they're also being aggressive towards their drops because they see this paddle, and I'm trying to, like, roll it, or I'm trying to, again, roll it with my forehand, but sometimes I leave it too high. But maybe if you let it bounce,
Yeah.
make the other people, return another volley.
Yep.
Neutralize the other people's ability to take out of the air. Like, yeah, being able to, keep the ball low and just, like, again, be consistent and try to make people,
Shot selection.
drop and dink and stuff like
Yep. Shot selection is so big into this game, and, like, my biggest thing is, like, you have to know when you can be aggressive with stuff and when you just have to try to just keep it low and make them hit it from low to high. Now, it might not be the most aggressive shot, but it's better than it getting smashed in your face, right? From trying to do too much and leaving it high, right?
Joe Adams, he almost ended my life. Because the same week I had bought some kitchen blockers.
Yes.
And we were playing here, and it was during the summer, and it got foggy. So I got rid of my carbon glasses that I was wearing, and then I put on some kitchen blockers. And Dan Schumann, his fabulous lob, he hit, and then Joe Adams out of nowhere just hits me, like, directly in the eye when I had my kitchen blockers on. And if I didn't have those things on, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're on a tangent all over the place.
No, I'm on a tangent. I already told you guys that I go on tangents. So if you're,
like,
and that's what I'm talking about, like,
a
making
detached,
the ball bounce.
if we want to talk about eyewear, a detached retina is no joke.
Yeah.
There was a guy in Illinois that I played with just a couple times. He took an eye to the face, or ball to the eye, excuse me, and he had a detached retina, and he had to spend 3 whole weeks in a masseuse, like, table, like, where your face is open, face down, for 3 weeks, because you had to let the fluid, like, drain back into your eye.
Oh, wow.
So that's all he could do. He had to face down, looking at the floor in a massage table for 3 weeks.
Man.
And I said,
Wow.
no, thank you.
Yeah.
So, like, and I was always like that. I was like, glasses.
Yeah.
But it was when the Gen 3 Yolas came out. I was like, okay, this is.
When the Gen 3 Yolas came out?
Yeah. No, this is when my aha moment was, like.
Yeah.
I was just like, how hot they were coming out. I'm like, oh my goodness, right?
Yeah.
And it's usually not, like, it's like a ricochet off your partner's paddle. Sometimes that's the worst.
Yeah.
And that happened to me, and I got hit, like, right here.
Yeah.
With a ball with the Gen 3 Yola paddle, and I was like, I'm never not wearing protection ever again.
More times than not, when I see it, it's always the ricochet off your own paddle or your partner's paddle that has that happen.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
And if we just come back to, like, the gaining in skill level, I would say you can get very good growth from if you really wanted to, and you had some type of athletic ability, and you really are motivated to get better. You can get from a 3.5 to a 4.0 pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It's the 4.5 to 5.0 and then 5.0 plus. That's like a steady grind.
Yeah.
And there's multiple times where you're just like, this is this is awful. Right?
Don't lose your mind.
Yeah, it's just like you think you're having good days, and then all of a sudden it's like you get your brains beating. You're like,
Yeah.
what am I doing? And then you have a good day again, and you're like climbing up a little bit, and then you're back down again.
Yeah.
But for me, like that was my thing. It's like I was a steady incline, and then it was like this like flat line with little increments here and there.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I could say the same thing. Mine's more like, yeah, it's still wavy. You know, the motion is still, it's a lot.
I mean, and we talked about this a little bit, Luke. I think something that's not really talked about is like the mental side of pickleball.
You love the mental side of pickleball.
I do, because
you love that.
Because like if you look at like, there's a reason why, there has to be a reason why like the top athletes in the world are probably some of the most mentally strong athletes.
Sure. Yeah.
And one thing I found very interesting, and like there was a tennis series on Netflix called Topspin, I think. It was a documentary on some of the best players in tennis. And what I found extremely interesting was like some of the top 10 players, top 15, top 20, they had the same self-doubts that like we have, right? Am I good enough? Like I suck, like all these negative, but it's like some of the people that could like put that kind of aside and had a little bit, like that's what I always wondered. It's like what differentiates the if we're like same in skill level, like what is the deciding factor?
You know what? I had mentioned it earlier in again in one of my tangents about playing in front of cameras.
Yeah.
And playing in front of crowds is like you can get really caught up in your results.
Yes.
And Lucas,
thank you for coming. It was nice meeting you.
We'll talk. I'll text you. So I had learned this in playing college baseball and
thank you, Casey.
And in some
safe travels
books.
back.
And
that was good.
I think the players who really thrive are the players who are able to focus on the process-oriented tasks that make you a better person or player in that respect. And
sure.
I think that again, it's good to be focused on the task-oriented, the process, but also I think there is a real disconnect nowadays with belief. A lot of people like they think like if I do these things, if I do these steps, I will accomplish everything.
Yeah.
No,
that's just not always.
Life's not fair. It's like you need to be able to trust that. And I had a really, really good hitting instructor growing up, and his advice is like, do the best you can, and if you fall short, you'll be happy with your results. Like that's the best advice I probably had gotten when I was younger, when I was learning sports.
Because like especially in pickleball, if you're playing doubles, like there's some factors that like you just cannot control. Like you can't control how your partner's playing, for example. You can only control basically how you're playing, right? And you can only control the things that you can control.
Right.
So I always wonder, for me personally, when I play tournaments, like I usually play better than when I do in rec.
Yeah.
And like when I'm out there, I don't really feel like it's like it's how people feel. It's like how people internalize things, right?
Good. Yeah.
Some people like can really, the more you kind of build it up in your brain, sometimes that brings anxiety to the moment.
Sure.
Where I try to like be like, instead of like, oh, I hope I don't miss this shot, it's like I try to start thinking of, well, what happens if I hit a great shot here?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I flip it. I try to flip it around, right?
Interesting. Okay.
And so And so that's what so this, for example, I don't like to really talk about other people, but like when we were really close in our match this weekend, now I was like, I was scared I was going to miss that shot. And I said,
Oh, okay.
you need to like just think of it opposite. Like I said, think about like you're going to, before like, because she missed like a third shot. She's like, I was like, she's like, I was nervous I was going to kind of miss that shot. And I said, next shot, just like think about like how you're going to make this shot.
Yeah.
So kind of flip it around a little bit, and it just kind of like tricks your brain a little bit to be like, okay, I'm just going to go for it. Because like I always just think like nothing ever is going to come from like playing tight.
Yeah.
And I know, but it's so hard to say. It's like, don't be nervous. Like, how do you not be nervous? Like,
right.
Everyone has to find that within themselves, how not to be nervous. But the more you can calm your nerves.
Yeah.
And so, for me personally, like a lot of people like to be like highly caffeinated, like highly like on. Like I need to be exactly the opposite.
I can't vape. Sorry, can't do it.
No, but like, no, I'm not
kidding.
talking. No,
Just joking.
Like I need to like I don't like usually at tournaments or mornings that I play. Like I usually have like no caffeine, like no coffee, no nothing. Like I need to be like
Really?
in a zen state as possible.
I could agree with that. Because
I just see the ball better for some reason. I don't know what it is.
I used to be an avid coffee drinker, and I stopped drinking like, maybe a month or two ago, consistently of coffee every day, and it's been better. Like, I think there's a real psychological advantage if you can find less dependence on external things, right? And I think physically, I found that to be best for, at least for me playing, pickleball. Like, if I can eliminate a little bit more factors and, again, make things a little bit more concrete and simple for my game, the better.
Yep.
So.
And the other thing, Luke, that I kind of learned too was like, so when I would play, like I would get mad. And in other sports, that I played, when I got mad, it actually propelled me to play better.
Sure.
This, I learned it does not do that for me. And I was wondering like, how do I stop getting mad when I'm playing?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I learned that our emotion of feeling mad.
Yeah.
Is an emotion that within 90 seconds we can let go of that emotion if we choose to let it go.
Right. And you were saying when you said, how can I try to stop trying? Like, that's when I understood from what you were saying is like, how can I be happy? How can I let go of like my anger? Is like stop trying. Like, submit yourself to where you are. Like, acknowledge that I'm nervous. Acknowledge that like you don't feel right. Like, it's okay. Like, it's, again, if we can like come back to reality, like, it's just a sport. And it's a hobby that we enjoy and we want to do well and we want to be able to like do the best we can. But there's also a reality that's like, we're so privileged to be able to play like pickleball regularly, and just recognize like where you are now to where you were like years ago. Like, if pickleball never existed, like, how different would your life be?
It literally changed my life.
Sure.
Like, literally, one decision on and I wasn't even gonna go. It was snowing 8 inches.
Ooh.
It was 5 o'clock at night. Usually I was supposed to actually go play basketball, pick up basketball, but it got canceled because of snow. I was like, oh. And then I called. I'm like, are you guys still having an open pickleball? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, and at the time, I was like, I didn't like to go, one, do things that I wasn't good at, and two, like meet new people that I don't know.
Sure.
So that was one, and then it just changed my life. But back to like the anger thing, right? As soon as I started to like recognize, the first step, acknowledge. So like when I'm playing, like if I feel like I'm mad, I'm just like, oh, you're mad, and then just letting it go. And not trying to get, bye, Paul, and not try to feed into the emotion even more. Because usually what happens is as soon as I start feeding into the emotion more, it then starts to raise my anxiety. And so like as soon as my anxiety starts to raise, like then I start making poor decisions on the pickleball court, and then poor decisions lead to like usually losing.
Sure.
So I know it's like so hard, but like how do you stay in the moment? And that's what you really try to do. I really try to do is like let it go, move on to the next point. Like no matter what the score is, like try not to let my emotions like get into whatever, even if I'm down 9-4.
Yeah.
It's just like next point.
Sure. I could totally. I would be lying if I said that I don't, get disappointed in myself. But
yeah, we
again,
all do.
you need to
human.
realign yourself, like your own life. If pickleball is affecting you to the point where at certain points, like where it gets unhealthy.
Yes.
Where you need to figure out your identity in your own belief system and in your own values. There was because I was receiving counseling at church this summer, and we were talking about identity, and tons of times, like growing up, obviously, like I played baseball, so it was really results oriented. Even though I was like, trust the process. It was kind of like a cliche almost. But being able to really take into account that it's not the results that matter. It's like what is pickleball doing to, or baseball or whatever you're doing for that matter, whatever hobby you're doing, to build your development as in character wise.
Yeah.
And I understand like. It might sound like fluff to people out there, but if you can really take that into account, like how can I be again process oriented where the results don't matter. It's like I always think about when I'm on the pickleball court is like this point here, I'm going to do the best I can. Like I'm going to focus on one thing and try to execute the best I can. If I don't, it's fine, because
I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a daily playing occurrence, like you try to work on,
but like it's truly, that's like something if you're looking for a foundation, that is something that's so important that I think people take almost for granted to like not conform to, because it'll run you ragged, it'll burn you out, like Hey, AB was saying, hey, there's a ton of episodes you can go through, and she wants to go home, and we need more content.
I mean, I think we should do like a post game like this, and people would love it, like, and people would like. First of all, like Lauren gets very good feedback from a lot of people that I talk to. Like Lauren's awesome, like so she would probably want to do some more of this too. And it's fun when you can riff with 3 people as well. But like it's and back to like the mentality thing. It's like I'm not perfect either, But like I'm just trying to figure out like what makes me play. What makes me play the best, and trying to figure out what emotions and what emotions makes me play the best. And this, for some people that might hear this, they'd be like, I just like to go out there and play. And that's I mean it usually what we're talking about usually starts to happen once you start to take it like pretty seriously, and you're trying to get better.
And I just said it earlier, where it's like, if you're taking it too seriously, you need to find help. Like I went to go find help. Like it wasn't just pickleball. It was just there's a lot of other things externally that led me to find help with just life. But you're talking about consistency. Like there's a lot of you can tell a lot by like if you do like one thing. You can tell a lot by like how you do one thing. I forget what the quote is. If you know what I'm talking about, like
yes, it's pretty much like how you do one thing. It's like how you do all things.
Just find one habit in pickleball. Like how can I perfect this one habit in pickleball, and then let's build from there.
I agree. I mean, it's that's why this game is so much fun, because there's so many.
It's so fun.
It's so fun, so frustrating, and then like you have somebody like Ariel who's just like trying to make it in pro pickleball.
Yeah.
And there's so many emotions involved in that because there's so much ups and downs, and it's and like we always talk about like just like the fun factor. Like as soon as it becomes like your job, it takes it like even 10x. Like you and I are very like high level competitive players. I now imagine like she's trying to make like a living off of that and the pressure like you have to feel.
Gosh.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So if we're feeling
Praying.
if we're feeling like this right now, imagine like for her, that's just like where the results really like not like she's gonna go homeless or anything, but they they do matter a lot more than my local tournament in Batavia, Illinois.
Yeah, and you know what? Like it's that I think.
But still, the pressure feels the same.
Sure, but
you know what I mean? When I'm at that
that's also
tournament,
why
she
you
feels
need a
the
drilling
same pressure.
partner because you need someone to rely on. You need someone who can help you in the hard times.
Yeah, and to be honest, like Ariel, we'll have to talk about her. She has a really good story as well. When I met her, she was like a 4-0, so it's pretty impressive that you can go 4-0 to a top 15 women's player on the APP tour. But that's for another day, another story, right? Well, Luke, it was awesome having you. We should try to figure out how to make this like a daily, weekly thing.
Yeah, why not?
Fun.
Why not?
And we'll actually have to like sit down and actually come up with content that we'll actually have to.
Voted yes, that they want a podcast.
What's that?
3 people voted yes.
3 people.
Three people?
3 people have voted yes.
At least 3 people want.
I mean,
Hey.
it'd be fun to try to do like, because like here, like there's rec going on all the time.
All the time.
Right. So like, we kind of shoot this.
Yeah.
The production could be endless.
Yeah.
There's just
Seriously.
one camera.
Yeah.
We could have multiple cameras.
Yeah.
We could have different microphones.
Yeah.
We could have the actual studio microphones. We could have lighting. We need a backdrop now.
Come on.
Because usually how my brain works, it's like if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. And
You're doing it to perfection.
Yes. Like it's gonna be like I don't know. I just can't do things and just have it be kind of so. Like I want. There needs to be a little bit of value to it.
And you know what? There's so many like interesting stories out there that you guys probably want to hear and listen to. Not just me and Kyle. There's a ton of people.
And we can even bring in Zoom guests at any time we want in here into the broadcast.
Yeah.
So if there's anybody else, and there's definitely pro players that we can probably get in here to. But I mean, I kind of want to keep talking about like the average person.
Sure. Yeah.
More than anything, like the pro thing is so. There's so much. It's so saturated now. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I
agree.
I think people want to hear about problems that they could be possibly having.
Sure.
And how to fix their problems.
Yeah.
Like we have, no matter if you're a pro or a 3-0, we run into the same type of problems.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Again, if you need to reach out, you can find me on Instagram, Luke Maldo.
Luke also gives lessons at the Pickler.
Yeah. But I also, if you need prayers, if you need someone to talk to or vent to, if you're struggling with like pickleball mentally, by all means reach out.
For sure.
I love talking to people.
See, that's why you need a podcast. Not that everyone has a podcast.
Everyone has a podcast. I get it, but it's just a good opportunity to reach out to people.
And this has been one of the best things one of the coolest things I would say that's the most gratifying is, like I said, I've given lots of lessons. It's just helping people and hearing their stories. I've met so many cool people just within the last year. Yeah. And it's hopefully going to lead to bigger things that I'll be able to talk about later, but not right now. Yeah. But we thank you guys for watching and staying with us, all 5 of you right now that are on here. Eight. All 8 of you. And we will really enjoy it, but there'll be more to come from Luke and I, and maybe Lauren, because everyone loves Lauren.
Lauren's going to want to. She's going to want to do it. I know it.
She's had multiple. So, one last thing. I had the second pickleball podcast ever. If you want to go find something, it's called the No Smoke Pickleball Show. Maybe the No Smoke Pickleball Show has to come back, right?
All smoke here. All smoke. We want all smoke.
All right, but we thank you guys for joining us tonight. We'll see you guys again next Monday night for another Monday Night Madness. We have a women's match. 4-0 plus women's match next week. I think it's going to be a scramble. I'm not sure. 3-5 or scramble. But Thank you guys for enjoying us. We'll talk to you guys very soon, as in next week, and have a great night. Thank you guys.
Thanks.